I'm going to tell you about a discovery that fundamentally shakes everything we know about human origins. These incredible fossils found in Morocco are truly amazing. Get ready, we might have to rewrite our own family tree and our own story. Come with me. To understand why this matters, we need to look at our family tree. Over 2 million years ago, Homo habilis started using the first stone tools. Then came Homo erectus. They were the masters of fire and the first to travel out of Africa. But after that, the timeline gets blurry. For a long time, we didn't know how Homo erectus turned into modern humans or Neanderthals. This discovery in Morocco is the bridge. It sits right in the middle of the Middle Pleistocene. It connects the ancient travelers to the modern world. The massive question at the heart of this is this: who was the single common ancestor? Who gave rise to us, the Neanderthals, and their mysterious cousins, the Denisovans? Today, we're chasing the answer to that question. To solve this mystery, let's think like detectives. What were our old clues? What did the scientific world think before this exciting new evidence? Let's see how the stage was set. For scientists, everything was tied to one critical window of time. Geneticists look at our DNA. They say that our lineage and the Neanderthals split somewhere between 765,000 and 550,000 years ago. This is the key moment of the story, the Great Split. Who was the prime suspect for this role? For years, the strongest candidate was a species found in Spain. It was Homo antecessor. Its name means pioneer human. For a long time, everyone thought this was the one. At this point, the world of paleoanthropology was divided. On one side, there was the Eurasian origin theory. They said the common ancestor was in Eurasia, like Homo antecessor. Everything started there. On the other side were those defending the African origin theory. They said that all the oldest Homo sapiens fossils are in Africa. So shouldn't our ancestor be African too? That was the debate. Was the beginning in Eurasia or Africa? Right in the middle of this debate, news from Casablanca changed everything. The missing piece of the puzzle was finally found. The rules of the game were rewritten. It all started here, at a place known as the Hominid Cave, which is part of the famous Thomas Quarry 1 site near Casablanca. It is an archaeological site. Researchers found something so profound there, we had to rethink our entire history. So what did they find? Let's look at the evidence file. This is incredible. It wasn't just a single bone fragment. They found almost a complete adult jaw. They found another solid jawbone. They even found pieces from a child, many teeth, and 8 vertebrae. It is a literal treasure. This allows us to paint an incredibly detailed picture of the people living at that time. What was the most important thing for these fossils to change history? The answer is timing. If they truly belonged to that great split, the dates had to fit that critical window. So how old were they? When the answer came, everyone held their breath. The date was approximately 773,000 years. That is the magic number, a total hit. This date places the fossils right at the crossroads where our lineage and the Neanderthals split. Perfect timing, isn't it? You might ask how they found such a precise date. The answer is hidden in the planet itself. Exactly 773,000 years ago, the Earth's magnetic poles flipped. North became south and south became north. This massive event left a permanent signature in the geological layers. Scientists read this magnetic signature in the soil like a barcode. This is how they determined the exact date. It's a brilliant method. Okay, we answered when. Now for the most exciting part. Who were these ancient people? What do these bones tell us? The research paper has a direct quote. It says these fossils are a combination of primitive features and derived features reminiscent of later Homo sapiens. What does that mean? It means these beings don't look exactly like our old ancestors, but they don't look exactly like us either. They're a perfect transitional form, like a fascinating mosaic. Let's look closer at this jaw. It tells a story. On one hand, the chin is receding.
This is just like our older ancestor, Homo erectus. These are old-fashioned features. But look at the other side. The wisdom tooth is getting smaller. Who does that look like? It looks like us, modern humans. That new fashion trait is right there. This is why this fossil is so important. It carries both the old and the new together, just like an ancestor species should. Now we reach the point where the mystery is solved. Let's take these fossils from Morocco and compare them to the suspect in Spain, Homo antecessor. They're from the same period. What do we see? Both are a mix of old and new features, but there is a critical difference. The fossils in Spain were already evolving towards Neanderthals. Their path was set. The fossils in Morocco were more general. They were more fundamental. They had not specialized that much yet. Do you know what this means? It means 773,000 years ago, these two groups were already different. One was in Europe, heading towards Neanderthals. The other was in Africa, heading towards us, Homo sapiens. So how is the case solved when we put all the clues together? Here's the big picture. First, about 773,000 years ago, a common ancestor population began to split. Then, one branch of this population went to Eurasia. Over time, they became Neanderthals. And the other branch stayed in Africa. These fossils found in Morocco are that very lineage. They're our earliest representatives. The geographical meaning of this find is massive. We can now give a clear answer. Where is the cradle of humanity? The spotlight turns once again to Africa. But this time, it's much brighter. We're looking at North Africa and the Maghreb region. So what's the big takeaway from this discovery? 1. The theory of an African origin of Homo sapiens is now rock solid. 2. We found one of the earliest branches at the bottom of our own family tree. 3. The paths of human groups in Africa and Europe split much earlier than we thought. It happened exactly 773,000 years ago. And 4. Perhaps most importantly, Homo antecessor is no longer our common ancestor. That case is closed.
Yes, we haven't found our closest common ancestor with the Neanderthals just yet. For now, all we know is our more distant ancestor, Homo erectus. But that's how science works. Sometimes, while searching for the answer to one question, all you find are new ones.
Every great discovery brings more questions. This is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new and exciting chapter. What other secrets does Africa hide? What else is in those ancient lands? Maybe the next big discovery is just around the corner. Fresh Science is here to bring you these hidden stories from the edge of discovery. If you want to stay ahead of the latest breakthroughs in science, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. You can find all the scientific sources I used for this video in the description below. Keep exploring, keep questioning, keep learning, stay curious, and stay fresh.